So, hi guys. I don't know what the delay is on here. I don't even know if you guys can see me yet. But we'll go ahead and make sure. Okay, everything looks like it's working, but I don't hear anything. Can you guys hear me? My volume's turned up. Might have to listen on here because I don't hear it on here. Let me see. My volume's okay. Yes, I think you guys can hear me. So let me start off by saying hi to everyone in the building. Thank you guys for being here. See, we got quite a few of my lovelies in here. Let's see. Let's start from the top. We got Dee Dee Gibson. Thank you for showing up. I'm trying to learn this one still. I think I kind of got it though, y'all. I think I kind of got it. You knew, always showing love. Love you, always in the building. Christine Patterson. Thank you, T Star. I haven't seen you in a minute. I said Bennett. In a minute. Haven't seen you. Are you okay? You doing good? Hopefully you are. Let's see, who else do we got in here? We got News and Shenanigans in the building. What's up, boo? How you doing? Hope you're feeling good today. Let's see who else we got in here. We got Don. How are you? And you can hear me. Thanks for doing that. Tossing up those ones in the chat. All right, so I'm gonna get started. I'm probably gonna have to take these off because I'm seeing like a big glare and it's messing up my lashes. So I don't know, I might have to put them on at some point. But okay, we know how we did the story about, they didn't say the little boy's name, but it was a young boy. He was 2 years old and he accidentally shot his dad. He shot his father, and we were talking about, oh no, we hope that, they don't tell him that later on in life and things like that. So if you guys didn't hear that story, let me know. If you did, toss some ones in the chat. And if you haven't, I'm going to play a quick news clip about it. So it'll kind of get you a little bit caught up. It's not too long, but just so you'll see where we're going with today's topic. You knew that she's seen it. I'm not sure if these are ones from If You Can Hear Me, but ready, set, go. These ones and twos are from If You've Heard the Story and If You Haven't Heard the Story. And let me look at that one. That one was that's from North Carolina. That was a story in North Carolina. Let's see. Yeah, here's a picture right here. If you guys seen one of my videos that had this picture in it, that picture with the green, that's the story I'm talking about. So let me click back so I can see what you guys are saying. Okay, so most of you guys have heard it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can play just for the ones that haven't, that show up later and want to catch the replay. I'm going to just try to play one news clip from there. If not, I can actually play this one. So give me a second. Let me make sure it's off pause. Come on, Naomi. Make sure it's off of pause first. Wait a minute, it is off of pause. Or is it? There you go.
The gun was up to just a heartbreaking and tragic story that we're following tonight in Gaston County. Family members tell us a 2-year-old accidentally shot and killed his father. The shooting happened last night in Gastonia while the family was visiting the little boy's grandmother. She told our Gaston County reporter Ken Lemon that the toddler thought the gun was a toy.
And there's still questions to be answered, such as whose gun is it and why wasn't it here? But family members tell us they're more concerned about how the 2-year-old is doing. The reality of what happened here still hasn't sunk in for him. That's the 2-year-old and his father, 29-year-old Markovia Durham. The child's mother said he looked up to his father in every way and the two were very close. Yesterday, father, son, and mother went to visit the child's maternal grandmother. Grandmother told me she was so close to Durham that he called to tell her he was coming to see her. She teared up when she told me she didn't realize it would be the last time they saw each other. Father and son were inside the apartment on West 5th Avenue in Gastonia. The grandmother told me the child thought the gun was a toy. The young boy fired the gun. It scared him so much he dropped it and ran outside. Markovia Durham died from that shot. His son was told his dada, as he calls him, isn't coming back, but he doesn't fully understand. Jennifer Friedel Saucier is the owner of Southern Bell Firearms Training and an instructor. We spoke by phone. A lot of people look at the situation and they think that the child knows, that's a gun, that is dangerous. And that's not always the case. She says a lot of toy guns look like real guns. For a child, it's hard to distinguish and easy to make a costly mistake. And even children that are 7 to 10 years of age maybe do not understand the difference. They do not understand the harm that can come from a firearm. Family members say that's what happened here. Tonight they're trying to surround the child with love. Friedel Saucier says anyone permitted to have a concealed weapon must also acknowledge that it's their duty to conceal that weapon so the child cannot get it. She said is a misdemeanor. In cases like this, it's often waived because the loss of a loved one usually outweighs any penalty you may face in court. Back to you.
Research shows an estimated 4.6 million American children live in homes with at least one gun that is loaded and unlocked. The nonprofit Every Town for Gun Safety gathers data from across the country and found so far this year there have been at least 216 unintentional shootings by children, resulting in 83 deaths and 145 injuries.
Guys, you're busy. Okay. So, with all of that being said, hi Pez, how are you? I haven't seen you in a minute either. How are you doing? Pez says I haven't, and I don't want to hold anyone. I'm very new here. Look, you're not gonna hold anyone up. I still will at least give a briefing for ones that are always in. They understand. Others need to hear the story too, because then it kind of won't fit into what I'm going to lead into talking about. So don't ever feel like you're going to hold anyone up. We have time. And if you don't, people can catch the replay. So, Pez, don't ever feel that way. So that was the story of the 2-year-old that some people are like, oh no, we feel like there's foul play. Look, I'm the first one that would be like, yo, I'm not sure about this case, guys. It's so hot in here all the time. But hopefully my connection is good and I'm not going in slow motion and talking in slow motion, because I'm trying to work on that and fix that. So we will see what happens with that when I watch the replay. But so the mother, the father, and the baby were going to visit the grandmother. And during this process, it wasn't like the grandmother had any feud with him. There were any tension. During this process, from my understanding, is that, they're sitting on the couch, they're talking. You know how you do when you take your kid to go visit, in-laws and things like that. And from my understanding, hearing more of the story, I think the little boy went to grab the gun and, kiss, pow, pow, pow. When he did it, I believe he shot his father in the back. I can be completely wrong. I'm still waiting to hear more and more of the story. But for the most part, that's what happened. Now, with the story I'm going to talk about in a second, after I check your guys' chats, make sure I'm up to date. Don't want you guys to think I'm ignoring you at all. But you'll see what I'm saying, how some of these things are a little bit different. And I'm not going to put any thoughts in your head. You guys just let me know what you guys think. So I'm going to go into the chat. Not go so far. Okay, so a lot of people were saying that they heard it. A few said that they didn't. Christine Patterson said she didn't either. So that's great. I'm happy that I filled you in, let you know a little bit about that. Yes, I always forget this. When you come in, please do me a favor and toss a thumbs up just to say hello. Let me know that let me know that I have your support in all of this and my new journey and trying to help across the board, not just in America, not all across the world, basically. I mean, of course, a lot of my cases are from the U.S. because I'm here in the U.S., but I've been touching a lot in Australia and the UK. I've been doing a lot of reading over there, but since I don't know, they're a lot about, like, their different cities and the way it's mapped out, I kind of get confused, and I don't want to give anybody any wrong information. So if there's any UK creators out there, Australia creators out there, and some stories that I'm looking into, if you're cool with, get into my email. It's naomichinad@gmail.com, so that, like, when I'm running over some of these stories, I can kind of touch bases, like, okay, is this close to this? Because even though I look on Google Maps, I don't feel like I get the gist of everything. So that would be nice, if we can so do that. Yeah, so I was saying, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. I say this a lot, but until school starts back up, I really don't know. So I don't know my schedule. Until then, I will just be popping in and out. I normally do a little video letting you guys know, but if you don't have your notification bell on, you will not know. And YouTube sometimes don't even, like, pop up when my lives are actually going on. It'll pop up, like, later. So if you haven't done that, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Pez says, I did and I shared. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this, because we need to get this information out. Too many kids are getting a hold of guns and either killing a friend, killing a parent, killing another child in their family. My story about Max, I don't know the whole thing about it, but pretty soon I'm going to be doing an open panel with some of his friends, some of his family. I'm trying to get everybody together now so they can speak on it, because I don't know if a lot of what the news was portraying about this whole situation is true. And being that I live close by and I've been talking to some of the siblings, this is another gun situation. The case I'm going to talk about right now is another toddler supposedly killed his mother. We will talk about it and I will see what you guys think. Dawn says they need gun locks. Yes, and these people have gun locks. And I believe there's laws. But are they following them? No. How many people do we need to lose before it's like, okay, maybe I should put my gun away? And I was explaining to, another YouTuber when I was talking about this case, and she know who she is. She was kind of like, well, I don't understand why a dad would have a gun on him and not have it on safety or this and this and that. But me and this YouTuber come from two different walks of life. Yes, I've had my time in harder parts, but I've also had time out. I don't know, suburban type. I don't know, but I have, ideas about both, or, what is the word that I'm looking for? Because I keep saying, I have, can't think of the word, y'all, but I have connections with both, is what I'm going to say. So I'm letting her know, like, hey, some guys do feel like they have to walk around with a gun on their head. Yes, you can be taking a drive down the street and around the corner, but in some neighborhoods, you don't know who you're going to run into, who you're going to deal with. And if you have that gun on safety, at that point, it's the Wild Wild West. It's you against them. And so me coming from California, I see the gun violence and I see the gang violence all the time. So I get it. But at the same time, when you have your child with you, you got to be safe, but you got to make other decisions as well. Because I have a situation that I can think of like that, where someone I know was in the car with their child, and another person in another vehicle just started shooting at the car with them and their kid. And since they shot back and was able to me, kill the threat, now they're doing life in jail. And I don't feel like that's right. It's like, okay, well, what were they supposed to do? They made it try to get away, but at the same time, it's either, in that situation, you got to do what you have to do. So there's a lot of different things that get justified and don't. So, let's see. Hey, LaKendra, how are you? Yes, we got some familiar faces in the building. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get on to the story that I wanted to talk about originally, and this is about Shamaya Lynn. Okay, and Shamaya Lynn is 21 years old, and from all the information I'm getting, I believe she has two children. From everything that I've looked at, she has two children. And while she was on a Zoom call, a business Zoom call, the woman in the background calls 911 and she's like, I'm on this business call and I hear a loud noise and I see blood everywhere. And I think the person I'm on a Zoom call with has just passed out. So she's trying to tell her where she thinks this person is. Police get over there. By the time, all this is happening, police get a 911 call from her boyfriend, her child's father, and he's trying to explain what just happened. So I'm going to let you guys hear, about that situation. So I don't want to play the brand new one. Let me see. And I don't want to bore you guys with these commercials since I have to be bored with them. So let me let this pass and see. Got 1 second. Wait, I thought I had one. Oh, no. They're tricking me, y'all. That was one ad next to go. No. Okay, no. So, where's my buttons? Okay.
Design today.
They started the commercial.
Drag and drop.
I think they're like, you better listen to this commercial or you get no story. But 4 seconds, let's see. Oh, they're playing. Hold on. Now they're telling me about an earthquake. Guys, I apologize. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, this is what I want you guys to listen to. I gotta play for me.
Hey, what will you design today?
It's stalking me.
Presentations, poster,
I guess they
social
want us to hear it,
post.
so let's
Yes.
hear it.
Drag
Get over
and
it.
drop. Collaborate.
15
Customize.
seconds, guys.
Make it your own. And just like that, you can achieve your goals. With Canva, you can. Start designing
Canva.
for free at canva.com.
At the Oaks of Spring Valley Apartments, a small shred of crime tape marks off the area where a sudden and startling tragedy happened Wednesday. A young mother, 21-year-old Shamaya Lynn, was in the middle of a Zoom call for work when coworkers saw a toddler in the background, heard a noise, then saw Lynn go down. One of them called 911.
I don't know where to begin, but I'm on a live with a company we just got hired, and one of the girls just passed out. She was bleeding.
A little later, her boyfriend called 911 and said he found her bleeding.
Is she awake?
No, she's not awake.
Is she breathing? Okay, paramedics are already on their way. Is she breathing?
No, I do not feel her heart pumping.
When emergency crews arrived at the apartment, they tried to save her, but it was no use. The 21-year-old died after she'd been shot in the head. Police believe one of her own young children found a gun in the apartment, pulled the trigger, and shot her.
It's a terrible tragedy. For anyone to have to go through something like that is beyond anything that I can imagine.
Neighbors saw Lynn's boyfriend, the owner of the gun, the child's father, taken away in handcuffs. Police confirmed he was questioned, but he has not been arrested. The case remains under investigation. Police told us the gun was left in an area easily accessible to the child, and they're working with the state attorney's office to determine if the toddler's father should be charged.
We do have a responsibility as adults, to keep people safe, especially when you own a firearm.
How does Apartments.com help more renters get into new homes than any other?
So, guys, from what you guys just heard, what do you guys think? Like I said, I don't want to, stray anybody any other way, but let me see. Let me go to these comments. Beth says, I don't mind the ads. I always watch all the way through unless it's like 20 minutes long. When I'm trying to like catch up on information and it's like even 10 minutes, okay? Okay, Pez? 10 minutes, I'm like, no. I'm not 10 minutes, 10 seconds. I'm like, no, I'm trying to like compare stuff and listen to one thing and the other. It gets a little bit too much. So, and then when I'm trying to show you guys something, it's like, I already watched it and listened to it over here. I don't want to bug you guys with it. So, but I'm happy. You're a very patient person. Good job. Oops. He says, I know you guys get more monies. Yep, that's once you have 1,000 subscribers. So I am working towards my 1,000 subscribers. And once I hit there, like you guys know, I've only been doing this for like now 3 months probably now. Hey, because I was on other YouTube channels. I didn't want to do my own channel. I was afraid. But I'm kind of getting a little used to it. So, but once that happens, yeah, I do want to do a giveaway of $100, and then we can go from there. Once we keep hitting these milestones, it's all good. Let's see. Why does it keep clicking out? Hold on. Let me use this little button. But getting some more. Okay. Pez says, how old was the baby? You know what? I'll show you a picture, but they're not saying how old the baby was. They just keep saying a toddler, a toddler, a toddler. So, let me see. See how I'm going to do this. Let me see if I could. Oh, no, because they won't show that. I have another picture. Okay. I don't know I'm going to get to the picture now. I'm going to try to do it. But if you go back to my video that's like 2 minutes long, skip my intro. It's like 2 minutes long. In there, she's Shamaya Lynn is in the mirror. She has pink hair. She's holding a baby. She has a phone. That's the smaller baby. I'm assuming that baby could not have inflicted that injury. I'm assuming it's the little boy in the picture with her. So he looks about 2-3 years old to me, closer to 2. So like 2-3. And I had to dig for some photos on that. So I don't know where I would find it just to click it up and find it on here. But if I do, I will definitely show you. Definitely. But my guess is 2-3. Let's see. Don Price says, with kids in the house, guns should be put up. Yes. And I know everyone keeps saying, well, what if there's an intruder? You know where to go. You know where to go. Shut off all the lights in your house. Unless they know your floor plan, then you would know it's somebody that knows you. Unless they know your floor plan and where you keep your, weapons, then they shouldn't know. You should be able to creep around and get to where you need to get to retrieve whatever you need to do to protect yourself. So when you have little ones, they don't know. They think, and this is why I don't like my son to play with guns, because they sometimes can't tell the difference between fake and real. A lot of guns I see nowadays that are toys do not come with the orange tip. And I've even heard of so many times of people getting shot with a fake gun that has orange all over it and still get shot by the police or so forth. Let me see. Tracy. Hello, Tracy N. How are you? Thank you for joining me. Nancy says, first thought I had was somebody told the baby to do that. Now, Tracy, okay? When I first heard this, wait, I'm not going to say it yet, but you're right where I'm at, and I don't want to just put that out there, but I'm just going to give my theory in a little bit, because that was a perfect shot. The little boy, and I'm not saying it's not possible, but the little boy that I was talking about in the beginning, the 2-year-old, where they said it was a 2-year-old, he accidentally shot his dad. He accidentally pulled the gun and accidentally shot him like through the chest, like the back area. So that makes a little more sense. But a perfect headshot, we're going to talk, Tracy. Perez says, you're doing great, China. Thank you. I love the comments. It makes me feel better about doing this. So thank you very much. Thanks. Christina says, I'm going to have to toss these glasses on y'all. Try not to, because in my lashes, I can't see either. Christina, Peter Patterson? I always say it right? Have I been messing your name up this whole time, Christina? Christina Patterson says, OMG, not only has this guy lost his partner, but he might go to jail. That's what they're talking about. But he might go to jail. Who will look after the kids? That toddler will need her dad. I believe it's a little boy. Don't quote me, but I believe it's a little boy from the pictures. And yeah, that's true, because they were asking. First, they're doing an investigation to make sure, how they have to line things up and make sure it makes sense for a toddler doing it, because they couldn't see on the Zoom call who did it. It was just a loud noise and then blood, and they just saw her pass out, is what they said. And so we don't know where that came from off of camera. So they're looking into that. They said they've questioned him, though. And right now, there are no charges going forth. Now, I think once it gets a little bit deeper, they'll be able to look into that more. And they're also looking into, should someone be charged? Should he be charged for leaving a gun unsecured? And I mean, even if he does get time, I don't feel like, unless he murdered her, unless they can have factual proof, forensic proof that he pulled that trigger and it wasn't the baby, I don't feel like he should get a life sentence. I feel like he should be in some way responsible. Now, at this time in a child's life, between newborn 2, 3, 4, 5, they really do need their parents. So I wouldn't say like no incarceration like that. I mean, if it has to lead to that, and yes, you do have to be responsible as an adult, a couple years, no more than like 1, 2 years. 2 years would be kind of maxing it out for me. If this was a legitimate accident, you have to pay for negligence. And this is a negligent homicide if it is not a plain on homicide. And so I can see that. And a kid will still be able to, have someone has to pay her life should not just go in vain, and it just be like, oh, okay, this doesn't show for anybody. That makes the next person think, okay, this can happen and I can just get off on it. And it doesn't work like that. So if they can show in any way that it was done in a malicious way, negligent way, whatever the case may be, I'm sure we'll get that information then. But right now, I do feel for the kids because they did lose a mom. But if it was intentional, y'all know how I feel. T-Star says, it's a so-so day for me. Thank you for asking. Oh, okay. I'm reading someone else's comment to them. So hold on a second. Let me scroll down. And today, guys, we're not going to do a million hours. We're going to chill. We're going to talk. But I just want to get this point across that this needs to stop happening. This is twice in a week that a child has gotten a hold of a gun and has murdered someone. So, no. And this one happened in Florida. The last one with the little boy and his father, that was in North Carolina. This happened in Florida. I clicked out. Hi, Genzy. How are you? Thanks for joining us. How are you doing today? You said hello, and I'm saying hello back. Let's see. I try not to click too much on this because it starts to bounce around and then I lose you guys. Dinzy says, why did the toddler shoot his mom? Is the mom okay? Was it an accident? Dinzy, no. The mom is not okay. I'm guessing you just joined, so I'm just going to fill you in. What is said to have happened, and I don't know which one you're talking about. Are you talking about the recent one on Wednesday or the toddler that shot his... Oh, no, you said mom. Okay. So the mom was on a business Zoom call. The lady on the other end called the police saying that she heard a loud sound and she's seen the woman on there looks like she passed out and there's blood everywhere. Now, what they say is that there was a gun left unsecured and the kid got a hold of it and accidentally shot his mom in the head. So, no, her name is Shemaya Lynn. She's 21 years old and she's no longer living. So, yes, it was an accident. And like I said, the baby looked around 2-ish, 3 years old in the pictures that I have. If you go back on my quick 2-minute video, Shamaya Lynn, you'll see the picture. She's there with her phone, taking a picture in the like a selfie with her baby and another toddler. And so I'm assuming that's the 2-year-old boy. T Star says, okay, don't want to read y'all's personal information on here. So, Pez says, oh, would the kickback hurt the baby? I don't shoot, so I don't know. Possibly, depending on where the baby was holding it. From the first case with the little boy, they said it startled him so much that he ran outside. I have some experience shooting guns, not like crazy, like I go to the gun yard, or I mean the practicing place or anything, but I have shot a gun before. So depending a child, I mean, it does, depending on what kind of gun it was at first and how it was held. Yeah, I mean, I can see this kid even getting hurt, but when they do their forensics, they're gonna know if that child shot that gun or if the dad did. GSR is gonna tell it all. So if that kid shot, it's gonna be all, especially if it's a kid, it's gonna be all on his face everywhere because he can't control that gun. And to get that perfect shot, your mom's sitting in a chair. Who knows where it was, because that can happen. But we'll know in a little bit. We will. It's still kind of early. This was just Wednesday. It hasn't even been a week. So we will know and we will find out. But depending on what kind of gun it is, like I've shot a gun to where I could shoot it with one hand, but I've also shot guns to where I can't. I have to use both hands. But with the kid, I'm sure that kickback would be kind of anything from any type of gun. So they will find out, like maybe the kid has like a little cut on his face or something to show that the kid actually did it. We don't know yet because they're still investigating. News and shenanigans. I never let my boy play with guns when they were little. No. And my son, he's 5. I know you guys hear me talk about him a lot, and I'm always going to talk about him because that's my love. But no, recently had my uncle got him like a Nerf gun, and it's like green and yellow, and it has those little soft darts. But the way he was doing it, I was kind of like, "You making me a little uncomfortable." And this is your first gun, because I remember when he was a little younger, he was playing with his cousins, and they let them play with guns. Like literally, my son, he was handing him a gun so they could play. My son was like holding it, twisting it, like, and his cousin is kind of trying to show him like, no, this is how you do it, because his cousin is a tad bit older than him, but he's kind of like, no, you hold it like this. And he didn't know what to do because I've never let him play with a gun. But now that he watches things like that, now he kind of knows. And I'm just like, no, I don't trust it. Let's see. Where are we at? Did I skip down? Let's see, I was on news and shenanigans. Oh, wait, I think I did skip down, or something happened, because there's some things that I did not see. Uh-oh, y'all. How old was the baby? John says, kids in the house shouldn't have guns. Tracy, yes. Christine, yes. Lakendra, okay. I don't know how I got past this, and then I seen other ones, but Lakendra says, I knew the boyfriend was there. I think he helped the child shoot the gun. Possibly. We don't know. Before this, there could have been an argument going on. She's like, look, check this out. I have this new job, because I believe the lady said this is a new job interview or job setting that they were doing online. And she's like, look, let me handle this, take the kids. And since we can't see what's going on, only the police are going to tell us what angle that came from. And even if he got on his knees and tried to pretend, I believe they're going to be able to kind of debunk that, unless he's just great. But I hope that's not the case. I really do. News and Shenanigans says, you will get there. You're doing great. Thank you. Always great to see the people that I deal with and associate and talk with, let you know. And I love the criticism as well. I'll never take something like personal. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. Because if you don't and I find out I'm doing it wrong, I'm going to have my feelings hurt. Like, why you didn't tell me this whole time? Let's see. Okay, yeah, so that's the part I skipped a little bit. Christine Patterson says, no, I said it right. All right, so Christine Patterson. That's right. Okay, great. Don't want to be butchering anybody's name because I know when people say, I don't know. I really don't mind, honestly. Naomi, it doesn't matter to me. But I know some people will be like, no, I am Naomi, or no, I am Naomi. So it doesn't really bother me. T-Star says, yeah, when the boys were growing up, I wouldn't let them play with guns. No type of guns. Now they are sharpshooters and know and no gun safety. Now that's different. If you are constantly teaching your child gun safety, because I know some little ones that's good at what they do and they're young, know how to hold the gun, can take a gun apart real quick. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I may look for it one day and show you guys. This is African American dude, and a lot of people came against him saying, why are you teaching your kids how to play with guns? And it wasn't that he was teaching them how to play with guns, he was teaching them gun safety. But the way those little kids can disarm and take a gun apart and put it back together so quick, I was like, whoa, like crazy. But they know the danger in the gun. They know where to hold it. If their brother or sister's in the way, they know all of that. So if you're going to teach them in depth like that, that's different. But you just have a gun around and they don't know, they play with guns all the time, that's negligence. T-Star says, it was the boyfriend's gun. Yes, it was proven to be that it was the boyfriend's gun, and what was said is that he left it unsecured in an area where the children can get a hold of it. So that, I could see if the kid went digging in your closet, but that's not what I heard, so I'm not going to assume that. Pez says, my husband is a police officer and we always lock down our guns, always. Then we taught gun rules. And laws. Great. That's a good thing. And having a husband being a police officer, I don't know if you were in any type of law enforcement field, but that is amazing. You get to see how they work and work with them, just rather than you going to buy one and going to do a couple of safety classes and hoping, I hope when the day comes, or if the day comes, I'm going to be able to protect myself. So that's a plus right there. T-Star says, I think the kickback would hurt the baby, and the noise possibly can hurt his hearing. From the first baby, they said he got so startled he ran outside, and it's loud. I mean, it's loud, and it depends on what kind of gun it was. It's loud. I know it makes your ears ring, and me, and as an adult, that ringing sound kind of stays with you. Like, if you go to the club, when you come back home, how you still can hear the ringing in your ears. That's how it makes you feel. Let's see. Tracy N says, really, I didn't know this was the second one. Yes. Though you can look at it from, this was August 10th. The first one in North Carolina, Gastonia, North Carolina. The father is dead after his toddler son found a gun, accidentally shot him in a Gastonia home, the boy's family told Channel 9. So it's on Channel 9 News where you can find that. The police said they were called just after 8:45 p.m. on Sunday, last Sunday, to the shooting at the home on West 5th Avenue. They got there. Officers said they found they saw the 29-year-old Markova LaShawn Durham dead from a gunshot wound. So that was on Sunday. Now this one with Shamaya Lynn was on Wednesday. So this is too much. Too much. So yes, Tracy, this is number 2 for the week. Wednesday. T-Star says, oh, there's 2 separate cases. Yes. The reason why I'm talking to you guys right now is because this is 2 times within a week. Last Sunday and now this Wednesday. 2 separate states, 2 separate shootings, 2 separate people, 2 separate deaths for no reason. Yes, guys, 2 different cases. The first is in North Carolina. That was on Sunday. The second one was this Wednesday in Florida. So, yeah. Uh-oh, do I got lipstick on my nose? I just thought I wiped lipstick on my nose, but I don't know. Maybe y'all could tell me if I got lipstick on my nose. LaKendra says he definitely gonna get charged. Well, they questioned him so far, and already they said, nothing seems too suspicious, and they let him go. But let them get those forensics in, we will see. T-Star said gun range. Yes, exactly. Uh-oh, clicked out. Let's go this way. Pez says, let me see if girl transfer. I'll go ask my hubby. I don't get the first part of that, Pez, but you said you're gonna go ask your husband, so I'll see what you're talking about because it's got to be something interesting. GSR. Okay, yes. So it has to. GSR would have to transfer. That happens with any gun because of the gunpowder that comes out that makes the bullet fire. There's gonna be something on the baby's clothes, and I'm sure they better have. Oh, if they have not taken these baby's clothes, the dad's clothes, anything like that, this investigation is already on the wrong track. So it has to be if that baby shot that gun, was any close proximity, he's going to have GSR somewhere. And if it's far enough to where it doesn't seem like he shot that gun, we got some questions that need to be answered. Let's see. LaKendra says the gun must have the bullet in the chamber. He definitely couldn't have loaded it. Correct. So with the first one with the little boy, I believe since they were doing some driving around, it was already off of safety, already caught just in case if anything happened, So that's what I'm singing, because if you just have your gun like on your waistband or something like that, it's like, why? And in this, I don't know their situation. If they just got it unloaded, they said unsecured gun, just sitting out right there in front of their kids, I'm sure it was accessible for him to pick it up and just shoot. And you guys know, a lot of guns are pretty heavy. I don't know what kind this was, but pretty heavy. So, let's see. No, Pez, it's still so soon. I don't know what type of gun. I looked on there earlier. They're just saying a handgun right now. But I will be looking into this because I really want to know what really happened. So when I find out, all I know is that it's a handgun. That's all I know is from what they said. It was an unsecured handgun. So that's it. If that helps. Or if anybody else knows that, perfectly. Put it in the chat. I skipped that. I'm missing some of the conversation. Let me go back up. Okay. So, T-Star says, I don't think the boyfriend did it. Okay. She was on Zoom. He has to be crazy if he did. But T-Star, not saying that he did it, but say I'm over here talking to you right now. You guys know I have a son. And, say I have a significant other and we got into an argument. This is just a theory. This is not saying. And, he's known to have guns around the house, and you can't see who's in my background. So he can just shoot me and then leave out like he doesn't know what happens. And like he comes and calls 911 and he's like, oh my God, my toddler shot. How does he know that if he wasn't in the room? Or if he was in the room, why are you letting that toddler be so close to that gun and you know it's unsecure? So whether he did it or not, there needs to be some type of responsibility. And I'm not saying that has to be jail time. Gun safety classes, child endangerment, something. But that would be the perfect alibi. She was on Zoom. I wasn't in the The camera, no one's seen me there. Now, there are people that can look at film and if they see a shadow, but we don't know the distance. We don't know any of that yet. So this is all new. So I feel you, T-Star. I'm not, I'm on the fence. I can see it either way. And have some proof. I will never say yes, this or yeah, that. So I can feel that. Yeah, he would have to be definitely crazy to do that because it's going to show sooner or later. Christina Patterson says, strange that the boyfriend wasn't seen on the Zoom trying to help her. Now, that part I don't know because from what I hear from there, she just says that she just sees a lady passed out. And then after that call is when the 911 got a call saying, hey, I found, her there. She's not breathing. She's not breathing. So if that happens and that, I mean, come on, how long does it take you? I mean, unless you're in a huge mansion to get from while that person is giving that 911 call, they're trying to ask questions and stuff like that for you to get to where you knew you left your gun or where you heard the gunshot come from. You should be on that camera like, whoa, oh, trying something, but we don't know all of that yet. So we will see. Pez says, okay, my husband says the GSR can transfer but only minimal, okay? They will know by the amount of GSR who actually shot. Exactly what I'm saying. So when they shoot, if it's all on their hand, that's who shot. So if they did not take a GSR on this baby's hands or on his hands, or I don't even care if they did it to the newborn. All of them, everyone in the house. Take a little swab. If they didn't do that, this is really starting to be a bad case all in itself already. Pez, thank you for that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but that solidifies it, T-Star says, do you know if the gun was legal or registered? No, don't know that yet. And from my assumption, I don't want to make an assumption, but we know a lot of kids run around, and these is early 20s that we're talking about, run around with these not registered guns. And I don't know if that would play a part into it too, as well, if there was a unregistered gun. But then again, we're talking about Florida. California, we can't just walk around with no guns out here. And Florida, Texas, places like that, it's legal to do that. Tennessee, just all around those types of places, it's legal to have guns and just walk around with them. But out here, no. So I don't know. It could have been his gun. So that part, like I said, this is all recent: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's been about 5 days. I'm sure that there'll be something updated, hopefully this week coming up, and I will definitely let you guys know. But we shall see the ins and out of this. Let's see. Hey, Sugar Mama, how are you? Happy Sunday to you as well. Sugar Mama says happy Sunday to everyone in the chat. Let's see. Hi, Diane Harris. How are you? Let me see. I might have to catch up on some people. I think I'm caught up. So for you guys that are just catching up, I don't know if you guys heard the story or seen my smaller video before, but I'm just asking, what do you guys think? Do you guys think from us hearing the first story in the beginning of the week on Sunday where the little boy shot his dad to this last story on Wednesday where another toddler shot his mom in the head? I believe the first one was in the chest and back area. This newer one was in the head on a Zoom call. What do you guys think happened? Do you think this toddler really picked up the gun and shot the mother on the Zoom call? Or do you think there's any type of foul play? Just a question. Let's see. T-Star says, thank you. Yeah, he does need some type of consequences. Having a gun laying around is not safe, period. It's not. It's not. And toddlers especially, they don't know. They don't know, like I said, real from fake. Let's see. Pez, Tracy says, thank you for the information. And I'm sure everybody on here is saying thank you as well. Thank you. Pez, you guys are welcome. I'm always asking him questions. Are you into true crime, Pez? Like, if you are into true crime, I know you drive him crazy with the questions. He's like, are you going to ask me everything? Tracy says, here in Arizona, you could carry a gun, but I think it has to be visible. See, I believe Arizona you can too. California, they are so strict. I believe you can have a gun, but there's so many things that go along with that. Nevada, you can too. You can literally go and buy one. When I was living in Nevada, they don't too much care. Pez says, you couldn't even prove if the boyfriend gave it to him and said, go shoot mommy. Laughing, the child isn't going to know. So you're saying that couldn't be proven if he gave it to the baby and said, go do it? Or that could be proven? Or do you think he held the little baby's hands around it? Or do you think he did it and just said the baby did it? Or do you think the little baby actually just picked it up and did it? Let's see. T-Star says, where did the mom that got shot, where was she living? The mom that got shot in the head was on Wednesday, was in Florida. And then the little boy that shot his father, that was in Galvin. I don't want to say the word wrong. Galstenia, North Carolina. So both east-ish, but yeah. Let's see. Christina Patterson says, I'm in Scotland and have never held a gun. In fact, the closest I've been to one is in a museum. Keep it that way. That means it's very safe out there. And I mean, if there's no reason for you to have a gun, there's no reason. So lucky you. It's just like, I don't even need a gun. Yes, I am into true crime. Uh-oh. So I know hubby has all the questions coming. T-Star is laughing at Christine Patterson. The museum. That is pretty funny too. Pez says the boyfriend has placed his fingertips on the gun. I bet just taking it from the little boy is an alibi. True. But if you're taking it from, there's no reason, ouch. I don't know what that was. But there's no reason why you taking the gun should have your hand all over the trigger. Even though I know it's his. He has that alibi. Oh, whatever. I was just cleaning it. Oh, yeah, I just grabbed it and put it there. But this is going to be a hard one. I know that your fingerprints are already developed, in womb, but I don't know how much they would transfer that small onto items. I don't know because I've never really seen a case where it was like someone this young. So that's what I don't know. But even still, everyone has their own DNA. Doing swabs, there's a lot more to this. Everyone has DNA. They're going to be able to see if the baby touched it. It's different from the parent. So at least we'll have that information. So if anyone wants to hop up on panel, surely feel free. I don't know. Did I drop it? Did I drop the link? Did I drop the link? Did I drop the link? You know what? I don't even know how to do that on here. I think I did it before, though. I think it's in here. Hold on. No. Is it in captions? I forgot how I did this earlier. Do you guys remember how I did this earlier? Well, earlier this week. When I just dropped the link in here. I don't know. Oh, I think I remember. Here it goes. There we go. And I believe I could do it on here. Oops. No. Maybe if I do new messages. I'm like popping up all these messages. I know, guys. Oh, there we go. Told you I'm getting to know these new different sites. So let me see. There it goes. It popped up right there. If anybody wants to pop on and has anything to say about this situation, And what you guys think, feel free to go ahead and do that. No problem. Okay, now I'm trying to get out of this. Didn't want to do that. Okay. I'm clicking on all your guys' messages. There we go. So if anybody wants to pop up, go ahead. So yeah. So one of the comments was from Tracy that says, "I wish we knew how old the baby was. Isn't the trigger hard to pull?" Someone asked me that as well earlier. I'm going to answer that right now. T-Star says, but forensic could probably tell if the dad's prints are over the babies or the babies are over the dad's, possibly. That's very true. So I was explaining this to someone else a little bit back. And let me make sure that's off. Uh-oh. I'm trying to take all these off. Okay. Do I have any more on there? Hopefully not. But I was trying to explain that there are some guns that they're called hairline triggers. I believe I'm saying that right. I hope I am. Is to where when you tap the gun, the trigger, it's actually very easy to tap it rather than actually putting on a full pull. And Pez, you can probably ask your husband if that's a true statement, but I believe there are some types of guns to where it's called, I think I'm saying it right, a hairline trigger, to where people don't even like to hold the inside where the trigger is because just the slightest touch can make it go off. Pez says, I don't know, I didn't think about the trigger. And then Sugar Mama says, hey T, you new news, hey. So yeah, I don't know about that part, and it's very highly possible that, I don't know. I don't know if I feel like the baby could have done that. I do wish that I knew the age, but me thinking, let me see if I can find the baby, not to like put it on blast like that, but hold on. The one that they're thinking. Okay, let me see if I can find it for you. Okay, wait. Here it goes, but I want to find the picture by itself. That way you guys can see and you guys can tell me how old you think the little baby is. So let me visit. And this picture is out everywhere, so it's not like I'm just showing this little baby just to show him. Or either of these babies. This picture is already out. It's everywhere. So you guys tell me how old you think he is. It is, I believe, I'm assuming, because I'm not going to assume it's the baby. I'm assuming it's him right here. So how old do you think he is? And that's the mother right there. And then I'm also going to show you who is supposed to be the father in the situation. And these pictures are on my original video. And the one I'm showing on my video, it wasn't edited yet, so it shows the smaller baby's face. But on this one, it doesn't. So I don't know if that's his only kid with her, and the first one was by someone else. I'm not sure on all those details yet, but that's the picture that they are showing. So that gives you, if that gives you guys a little bit more context or anything like that. Hey, you new.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Show my face.
So people on here are saying,
Go ahead.
um, like Tracy N says, like 3 to 4. Pez says 2 to 3. Lester says 3. Shay Work by Face says like 2 to 3. Cause Christine Patterson says 3 or 4, I would say. T Star says 2 to 4 years old. So yes, somewhere in that range, like to give everybody some type of context of what you know what we're dealing with here. That's who I'm assuming is the child they're talking about, because that's the only other child they show that's a toddler, other
Mhm.
than showing this little baby. And either this little baby is, these are baby pictures and he's a toddler now, or that's
Mhm.
the toddler from before. What do you have to say about this whole situation?
I say allegedly. I know you gotta say that.
Allegedly.
I can't see the baby doing that. I really can't see it because this has been going on. Like I've seen more than 2 cases actually. I think we had
Oh
one.
no, no, there's a couple more. I'm just,
Yeah,
these are the 2 I'm
these are
touching on.
just recent.
There's a couple, like I think there's 2 more other than this in different states where it's
Mhm.
kids, and they're all between the ages of 2, 3,
Mhm.
that are shooting another brother or sister, a mom, a dad. Oh, there's one where some kids just shot. But these kids were a little bit older. Shot an intruder in their house.
Oh,
But there's just so
I
many.
that's crazy. I feel like so. Hi, you guys. How are you? Just wanted to say. I know I've said it in the chat and everything, but hi, everybody. I also wanted to say, why all of a sudden? So you got these parents and these stepmoms, stepdads, boyfriend, ex-girlfriends, whatever, that are hurting these kids, right? And then now all of a sudden we have little babies killing parents. Come on now. Who are they covering for? Who do they have that child saying, "Oh, we're going to say he did it," cuz you know they're not going to do no time. Come on now. They're not going to do no time. Those babies are not going to do time. A grown up is going to do time. They want to get rid of somebody, they're going to use their baby as an saying that they did it. They're not going to do no time, but the adult will definitely do time.
Right. So that's why I'm like, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth at all and say, no, this boy did this. Because you guys seen the picture of the couple,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a possibility. And when there's a possibility, it can go either way. We're dealing with a life. I'm not on anybody's side. I'm not on the baby's side. I'm not on the dad's side. I'm not on Shemaya's side. I'm just on the side of justice and
Yes.
common sense. You
Yeah,
don't
I
leave a
understand
gun
what you're
like
saying.
that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the common sense that I get. I get that. Are you telling me a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old can sit there and just go and shoot their parents? Come on, give me a break. I don't get that. Like, why would
It's
that child shoot
possible.
them? For
It's
what reason?
possible.
For what
But
reason, though?
this is just happening too much right now.
Yes, just like with the boyfriends and the girlfriends and the dads and the moms. All this crap is going on too much. It's getting ridiculous.
Yep.
And
Way
just
too.
the other day, who said it? I forgot who said it. They said it's the end of the daggone world.
But
This
you know
is
how long I've been hearing that? When I
huh?
was young, riding my bike outside, my dad used to say, when I was little riding my bike, I used to say, my parents used to tell me it was going to be the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So, T Star says, my son says some guns can be light to the touch. Yeah, they can be. Not all are just heavy. So that's true. Depending on what kind of gun it is.
Right.
Pep says they can. T Star, I agree. T Star says painting the tip orange. Why? Well, it's said to when you paint the tip orange, they know that the gun is a toy. But I've seen in so many cases that people are being still shot and killed because the police officer or whoever thinks the gun is real either way. So
Or they want to make it think. They want people to think that they think that it's real.
Right,
to
exactly.
cover for their butts.
Or they want them to think that it's fake and it's
Mm.
actually real, and they'll go out and paint
Mhm.
the tip of their gun. So you can't
That
really
too.
go off of that right now.
Exactly. Exactly.
Lakendra says, live in HELL already.
Yep.
Hey, make this go viral. How are you?
Hey, hey, Miss V.
Let's see. Yeah, so she's like, hey, with her little bullhorn.
I'm on here and Miss V's earlier.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like in the midst of like trying to get out the shower and stuff, so I'm trying to be like on both. You know, we support each other, but yeah. So I mean, that's where we're going with these two cases. I think I have another one to play for you guys.
Okay. Yeah, she had just got off like what 10 minutes ago, Miss V? Has it been about 10 minutes?
No, it's been a lot longer than that. So this one is from Breaking News 2. And
Mm-hmm.
to me, this is the most recent one I found, but this is at the time. Maybe now that I'm actually doing this live, it might not be the newest,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll let you guys hear it. I'm gonna let you guys hear it on here. So hopefully it's not a commercial.
At Bogan Munz & Munz, we've been trusted for
Of
over...
course, commercial.
Of course it's a commercial.
And we take great pride in being able to litigate any type of injury claim, no matter the...
We'll pause that for a second.
If my phone goes out, I mean, if my iPad goes out, I'm gonna have to get on my iPhone.
Okay.
And I'm supposed to be getting my laptop soon.
Investigators say a toddler
Hold on,
is to blame for a woman's death.
Okay.
You said what?
No, I said I'm supposed to be getting my laptop soon.
Okay. Well, that'll be
I
nice.
can't wait because this is getting on my nerve. 6 minutes
I
ago
know. I'm like,
exactly.
I need to get something to make it easier. I'm trying to figure out how to be able to like plop it up on the screen so it's not so like I'm holding something.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you guys listen to this. You guys can let me know if you want to see it. It's only 2 minutes, but it's
all right. Go for it.
So I will play that. I'm gonna go off though.
Naomi. No sound. Hold on, you guys. Let me text her.
They're working with the Seminole County State Attorney's Office to determine if that father is going...
Are you guys saying you cannot hear it?
Did you hear did you see my text?
I don't see your text, but I'm seeing in the chat it's saying you can't hear it. That's weird. You
Yeah,
can't
and then I tried
at
to
all?
yell at you, but you couldn't hear me. Yeah, we couldn't hear it. It's like muted.
Hold on.
We can hear you now, though.
That's weird because, oh, let me see. Let's try it again. Which one was it? There we go.
Blame for a woman's death in Altamont Springs.
Again.
No.
News just in. Investigators say a toddler is to blame for a woman's death in Altamont Springs.
The entire incident unfolded during a Zoom conference call. Watch 2's Amanda Dukes just got brand new information and joins us live. Amanda, how did this start?
Well, Altamont Springs police tell me that a young mom, just 21 years old, was fatally shot in the head and killed by her own child, a toddler. And this happened while that young mom was on a Zoom call. Now, police say yesterday afternoon they headed to the Oaks of Spring Valley Apartments off Wymore Road after getting a 911 call from someone who said they were on a Zoom call with 21-year-old Shamaya Lynn when they heard a loud noise. That 911 caller said they saw Lynn fall backwards and also saw a toddler in the background. Paramedics rushed to the scene and tried to save Lynn, but say she died of a gunshot wound to the head. Investigators say it was one of Lynn's two young children that had found a loaded gun that was left unsecured in the apartment, and that child shot the young mother.
To anyone and everyone tuning into this story, if you own a firearm, please keep it locked and secured. Incidents like this could be avoided.
Now, investigators say that handgun belonged to the man who was the father of both of Lynn's young children. An investigation is ongoing, and detectives say they're working with the Seminole County State Attorney's Office to determine if that father is going to face any charges. Now, as for the two young children, police tell me that they are both okay, including the child that fired the handgun. And they also say that the kids are in the care of relatives tonight. Now, one message that the Altamont Springs police want to get out is if you own a gun and you do not own a lock for that gun, they will provide you one for free here at the Altamont Springs Police Department. Live in Altamont Springs, Amanda Dukes, West 2 News.
So it's in Altamont Springs, Florida. I know people say Florida, weird. But it's in Altamont Springs, Florida. The Spring Valley Apartments on Wymore Road. So if that gives any of you guys like a clue of where it would be. You knew just popped off, so I'm assuming hers died. But I'm going to look and see if I can find something newer because this is from a couple hours ago. And I wonder why. Why are the kids with family? Why aren't they with the dad? Because the dad was he was questioned and let go. So why aren't they with the dad? I'm sure they have to do some type of cleaning in the apartments because for people that follow my channel, I know you guys see my intro if you guys even pay attention to my intro, but on one of my intros, there is a person on there and this was a crazy situation. And I get the question a lot, who is this? Who is this? Because there's two different people and there's a lot more people that I could put in there and I'll be changing different things. But in that case, I believe they know more than they're saying, but supposedly there was a knock at the door. As soon as the door was open, there was gunfire specifically to where that person was sitting only, and they left. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like law enforcement only puts out what they want to put out because there should be a lot more than just that. Because who would know this person is sitting right here as soon as you open the door, and that will, so cases are dealt with case by case. I understand that, but it is what it is. Like, I have a lot of stories that I don't know if I really would want to talk about full on, but I can kind of elaborate on them. And sometimes I might do story times. I think once I go to, like, in school and I have certain days, I think I might make Sundays my story time Sundays and just say a lot of my experiences dealing with an abundance of death for no reason and just talk about my experiences with that. So that's why I got into a lot of true crime things. I don't think that's why, because I was into it before, but I think that's what got me really into it. And then dealing with a lot of the children cases. Like, I know this is a backwards one of it, and it's like, okay, the child is doing something to the mother, but like I said, my channel is not only for kids. Predominantly kids is what you guys are going to see me talking about, but just justice all over the board, and just me talking about whatever I want to talk about. Like, I wanted to keep my name Naomi China D, because if I want to go to the beach right now and say, y'all come along with me, I need some time to just break free and y'all come along with me, I want y'all to come along with me. So I just don't want it to be like Naomi China D News, or, you know what I'm saying? I just want it to be open for everybody and anybody. Like, you can come in here and talk to me about your personal situation. Come up here either on the phone, because I do have a phone where you can talk, and no one has to know who you are. And or either come up on panel. Don't even show a picture or anything. We can have a conversation. Like, it is what it is. All I'm saying is my message from this video today, and we can talk about other things now, but my message from this video today is, okay, Two-Star, I got you. Is to put your guns up. Put your guns up. Please put your guns up. Like, I just don't, I'm not understanding why people aren't getting that at this point. Like, put them up. But Two-Star, hold on, wait. Let me. I'm gonna bring him in a second. But he, he be doing some craziness. He just went outside and did some craziness. He's looking a mess right now. But I let him be his ruffian self, so he could do whatever he wants. Saya,
He gonna make me show myself.
Saya. They want to see you on here.
Okay.
Come here.
He said, okay. Hi, my baby.
Hi, baby.
Hi.
You gotta look right here. Tell Auntie Nancy. There she go. Say hi.
Hi, Miss Nancy.
How are you?
Good. I want to tell you about something.
Wait, you can't go into a long story right now because we're talking about something. So you just got to say hi. We could call Miss Nancy later. But
we're going to have to do Zoom later, okay? So we can talk about everything.
Zoom later so you could talk about it. But just say hi. Yeah. And say hi, T-Star.
Hi.
I know you never met her, but just say hi, T-Star.
What?
T-Star.
T-Star?
Yeah, like the star. Say hi, T-Star.
Hi, T-Star.
He doesn't know you quite yet, T-Star, but yes. If okay, go close my thing.
Can you tickle me again?
Later, I'm gonna come see you right now. Go.
Tickle.
Go, stinky butt, go. Go eat your dinner.
That's crazy. You call him stinky butt. I used to call mine stinky butt. I even call my dog stinky butt right now.
Because he starts at, where is little man? So I'm like, let her see him. But since he doesn't know, he knows, Miss Nancy. He knows certain people. He used to think you were, the other channel that I was on, he used to think you were that person. I was like, oh, no. But he constantly asks, and I'm just like, Auntie's not, she's off, she's doing her thing right now. When she's ready to talk to you, she'll talk to you. So I don't feel that kids should be brought into anything. So I don't ever do anything.
Yeah.
So,
we'll do a Zoom later or another time. We'll do a Zoom. Right. And he could tell me about his little cartoon buddies.
Oh, gee, Louis. He takes you on tangents, girl. He'll take you on all kind of stuff. Don Pride says, this is so sad. Yes, it is. Very much so. Shay Wears My Face says, I'm going to give Dad a little bit benefit of the doubt. Me too. Maybe he is distraught about what happened and needs time. Yep. We cannot say how somebody could grieve, y'all. I'm tired. This is what is pissing me off. I mean, with social media too. It pisses me off because everyone wants to say how someone should grieve and how someone should do this and how someone should do that. No. That's not how it works. Because you're not going to tell me how I should grieve. And I'm not going to tell Jack, Ben, and Harry how they should grieve. So when we're like, okay, well, this person is talking a lot about it, so they got to be telling the truth, but they don't want to talk about it, so they're not telling the truth. You can't say that. So until I see proof,
No,
I'm
I'm
not.
not saying. I'm not saying I
No,
wouldn't
not
give
you,
the.
not you.
Oh, I thought you
Just
meant me. Okay,
no. This
because
is
I was saying
generally
not me
speaking.
because I feel like something else happened. That situation, something else happened. That child didn't just go up to the mom as soon as that door opened and shot the. No, I'm sorry. No. Mm-mm.
Anything, anything. You're welcome, T Star. He doesn't mind. He just doesn't know who you are. But like, if you ever wanted to just talk to him and like come up on panel when I do my like, oh, I'm bored, I'm just popping up. If you ever want to, he'll talk to you. But he's
He will.
yeah, like he gets voices or stuff like that, and he'll know who it is, and then he'll start to acknowledge you a lot more. So
He will. He'll
yeah.
talk to you. Trust and believe. He'll talk to you.
She knows he can have a whole conversation with her. I'm like, give me the phone. He'll walk off. They be having their own conversation.
Yes, we do.
So that's him. So basically, y'all, that's what I really wanted to talk about today. I'm not gonna make this too long, but if you guys have any stories that you guys want to have me look into, there should be my IG is the easiest way to get to me. My email, I would say, is next. TikTok is just something I just started to incorporate, but IG and email are the best ways to get a hold of me. If you want me to look into something and be like, hey, I need to check into this, I will do it. But I'm gonna keep you informed about this story and any other stories I might come on a little bit before. I'm gonna do the Alejandro case, so that's gonna be either tomorrow or Tuesday because I want to get all the information I can on the people that are being uh, incarcerated for his case.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to have all that information before I put that out there. And if you guys want, I will pop back on and I will tell you guys about some other cases where there's young kids shooting other people in their family and what's being done. It's just ignorance at this point,
Yeah.
negligence. So I'll be hopping back in here. I'll be putting out my little videos. If you guys want to hear anything, have no problem with emailing me. Have no problem with it. Like, email me, IG, email, do it. I won't feel any type of way. Like, oh my God, no. Because someone wrote me, I normally don't do this and I normally don't contact YouTubers. I'm not that type of person at all. Not that type of person. You contact me, you want to know anything, let me know and I will do my best. And that's all I can say is I can do my best. So I'm going to read these last couple of comments and then we're going to wrap this on up. So let's see. Lakendra says, hey, little handsome. T-Star says, everyone grieves in their own way. Definitely true. Oh my gosh, can you guys not hear me again? Because I see a little error in the comment.
I hear you.
Okay. And then T-Star says, okay, I will do that one day, handsome. He's so handsome and adorable. Thank you. Lakendra says, have you heard about Junior? Wait, that's the case I'm talking about. Which Junior are you talking about? This is the 3-year anniversary of the Junior I'm talking about. So you can hit me in the email and we'll talk about that. If you want to do something where you hop on panel and we kind of can talk about it, it's either going to be Monday or Tuesday. I'll put that little video out. If we're talking about the same person, we can surely do that. MTG VTV, I got to get that. Miss V is what I call her. Your son is such a cutie. Thank you very much. Tracy says, you're moving on up. Thank you, Naomi, and you knew. Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie.
China, you
Thank
did great
you.
tonight. That was fun. See you tomorrow. Kiss your babies. Thank you, Kev. Love ya. I'll try to be here tomorrow, even if it's going to be about the new case with the other little boy or girl, because they keep saying Toddler that killed. We're gonna get into that. Or I'm deciding if I want to do my junior, just because I want to keep it close to his 3rd anniversary.
Okay.
So, yes, Junior is in New York. That is a case out of New York that he was slaughtered in front of a bodega out of mistaken identity. A boy that was already in the process of trying to do things in the law enforcement area and things like that. Gorgeous, handsome young man took it. I mean, he ran for his life. And to me, the people in the bodega, not even trying to secure him, even though they had that glass, they could have protected that little boy. That hurts me to the fullest.
Is
I mean,
that when they jumped him by mistaken identity?
yes, and they pulled him out of the bodega and
I
slapped.
seen it.
Girl, we'll get on to that. We're not gonna get it on now. So I'm gonna say
Oh my
everybody that
God.
and
I
please
couldn't believe that crap.
like, subscribe, hit that notification so you guys will know what I am doing, because like I said, it's up and down with the school situation, but I will put out little videos. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you feel that you won't get it, unsubscribe, resubscribe, and unnotification and notification, because I noticed on a lot of people that I follow, I've had to do that. I don't know what's going on with YouTube lately, but let's talk. So we will do that tomorrow. Love y'all. Bye, you new.
Bye. Bye,
Bye,
sweetie.
everybody. Bye,
Bye.
everybody in the chat.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.